the heart of the university. There is an Olympic site, and I think it's one of our selling points. The study places that you wouldn't normally know about, like the secret spots, but I would say it is the best one in terms of give out free food, free toast. It's the best part of the university. Definitely go and explore. I got good money for it. I think at the time I was getting over another way of earning easy money, I guess, on campus, like the back sides where the accommodations are. It's my first time back on campus since my graduation, so I'm super excited, especially to be walking you guys around and sharing all my experiences with you guys here. So let's get into it. Behind here are the football fields. You can't really see them from the bush. Oh, there you go. That's the normal entrance from over here. That's where the buses come from. I got this campus map from the University of Bath website, but this is basically the route that I took. Over here are some tennis courts, and then all along here are all the football courts, etc. And this is our sports training village. But this is the route to the campus. The bus that you would take is the U1, and it takes around 10 minutes to get to the city center. There is the bus stop. We're just going to be going to the car park, but on the right here is the Edge. I'll also be talking more about this a little later on in the tour. This is called the East Building. Some of my lectures were actually in here. They do have big halls for lecture rooms. They do also, I once also observed them doing the salsa prep sessions here as well. But there are good study spaces in the Edge on the second floor if you ever need unusual study spaces. This accommodation right here that we've seen, the black one, is the quads. I will be releasing a video doing a deep dive into each of the accommodations in Bath, so you'll get to hear more about the quads, but we're gonna get onto the tour now. So this is the Edge. That is basically the arts building. So they do have a big theater where I used to have my marketing modules, and that's the theater that they do like plays in. So if you're interested in that, that could be one of your extracurriculars at university. That's where they also have the dance shows. I actually completely forgot that they did this little refurbishment in the Edge. So they opened up this space, and they put like little desks and chairs, which are really nice to come and study at. So there are some students here that are doing that. And the Edge has really nice pancakes, and it really has like really nice teapots that you can come and enjoy your tea with your friends with. So it's a place that I would recommend, and it seems quite popular on a Saturday for studying as well, so must be good. This is the ground floor, and on the other floors there are music, dance and photography studios as well. Arts building, basically. We don't have any actually degrees within the arts, but it's a building dedicated to it for extracurricular activities, which I think is great. We are now entering the sports training village. These are some of our courts. So our gyms are on the bottom floor there, so it's all the way on the underneath this, but they've also recently extended it so it does go into here basically. The training village is absolutely huge. I'm just walking past the tennis courts, there's like squash courts, and then there is an Olympic sized swimming pool as well, which you can also just use for like recreational purposes. So if you ever want to go for a nice swim, that's an option. So we got this nice rice ball for around £7, and it has a big piece of Cajun chicken in there somewhere as well. There you go. I used to come to the STV cafe on Sundays with a friend called Sasha, who used to live in the same accommodation with me, and we used to come here for breakfast. So they do also have a breakfast option, and during the week when the other section of the cafe is open, they also have protein shakes, which are quite good, that you can also buy from here. So good place to work out, but also they have like little study places as well if you were interested in. You do also get to see a lot of outsiders, like non-uni students or not lecturers around here as well, because people like the public come to take their kids to swimming classes or like gymnastics, etc. But also because of the size of the facilities, one summer I was here, we hosted pentathlon, so I actually did volunteering for that summer to support the pentathlon here, which was pretty cool. But yeah, they also have like a lot of rugby pitches where you can also go and like watch your friends playing rugby, etc. So a lot of like sports facilities, and I think it's one of our selling points, especially if you're interested in sports. So behind me here is the University of Bath School of Management building. I don't actually know the details of what's included in it. I know that the lecturers are in it, so I'm guessing for office hours now you go there, because previously it was all scattered around the campus, so they wanted to put them all in one space, considering how big the management facilities and the students, etc. are. But I did see a few students in there right now, which conveys to me that there must be some study spaces in there, which is good to know. So you don't have to go to a library, because the library can get really packed during exam season. So I'm gonna be telling you a few of the study places that you wouldn't normally know about. So in case the library is super full or you don't like that environment, you have a few options. So we've already discussed about three of them actually. One we said was in the building in the entrance, I forgot the name now. And then the other one was in the management building, and then in the sports building as well, although that would probably be a bit noisy because people will be passing by you, but still an option. This is Lime Tree. It's one of the most popular restaurants on campus. The classic thing they do is pizza. They make pesto pasta, which I used to get a lot of. And they also make other meals, like they have a salad bar during the week, they have jacket potatoes, so it is a good option. So just to make sure you understand where I am, that is the bus stop, that is where we entered from. This is the bus stop, that is the sports training village and the edge, and now we are going into the main center of the campus up these stairs. On the right here we have the Chancellor's building. In my second year actually, I did have a lot of my courses in this building, so it was convenient to stay on this side of the campus. Those white buildings are Salisbury and Marlborough Court in terms of accommodation, and on my second year I got to stay on campus again, so that's where I was, and super convenient because I just had to literally walk from there to there. Just a few tips, because I told you I would give you like the secret spots. In Chancellor's building, which I just showed you, they have really nice group study rooms. So they have boards and like whiteboards, etc. that you can write your notes on. So I've had really productive team meetings there. And these are, I think, on the 5th or 6th floor. You'll have to go around because I don't remember the exact floors, but they do have really good rooms that you can book through the room booking system. So I definitely recommend the Chancellor's building for like group study or even self-study if you just want to like go with all your friends and just study in silence together. But yeah, that's one that I discovered later on. So I've just come up the stairs, and this one on the left here is the Civil Engineering and Architecture building. And in there as well, on the second floor, there are good study spaces. So I would definitely recommend checking out those as well, because they are usually full of architecture students and engineering students, but they were a little bit more silent than the places I'm used to. On the left here, we have a very great infamous building, which is the SU building. So inside here, let's go and check what we have. So this could be another possible study spot for you, but in terms of what else is in this building, we have a cafe. They make really nice crepes if you like that. I saw a poster saying that they have a barber 3 times a week here. They usually have some stalls here as well with posters and activities of what's going on if you want to just come and have a look. And also this right here, which is now closed, is a mini market. So it has souvenirs of University of Bath, like any hoodies that say University of Bath you might want, teddies for graduation, etc. This is the place. And then it has like stationery and just general like market stuff like groceries. So not a lot of people know of this, so there is an option here as well. This is the little cafe bit I was telling you about, and up here is where the student bar is, and also a restaurant, and then again a few like seating areas here which are good to socialize. This is where we used to actually host our international student network socials. So we used to have tea, biscuits, coffee, and we used to put it all around here and people used to come. This wasn't there during my time, but they have some games going on. They do have a pool table inside, and also this is where they have the club nights, the SU club nights every Friday and Saturday. It is actually closed right now, which I wasn't expecting, but sometimes also they project onto this wall football. When football's going on, they project it here, so you could always come and watch it here. They also have happy hour that happens here. So definitely a good place to chill with your friends, because it also means you don't have to go to the city to go to a bar or like go out at night. And then over here at the end of the corridor is SU Finance Office. This is where I used to come to get my tickets to go to London. So they do cheaper coach tickets wherever you want to go. You can get them discounted from that office. They also have board games up on that floor, which I just showed you. So it's just generally like a really good place to come and socialize. But back outside, and we're continuing our tour. We've just exited the SU after coming up the stairs as well. And this up here is the Norwood accommodation. So as I mentioned in my video around accommodation, I will be talking to you more about Norwood, but I would say it is the best one in terms of location because it's literally at the heart of the university and it's close to everything. It does not have like ensuite bathrooms, however, but again, that depends on what you like and what you don't like. These nice little beautiful flower plants was not there during my time, but it's like nice to see. They're adding some greenery onto the campus. So this area right here is called the Parade. So during Freshers Week, you'll see they'll have so many stalls here going on, talking about all the different activities, the sports clubs. They had like a trampoline going on for like the gymnastics community, etc. So all of that will be happening here. And they also have like farmers markets going on here, which is really nice. So you can always come to like little bazaars that go on here. But this is the Parade. So we have entered the heart of the university, and behind me over here, so this is the library, and over here is a little chapel where they used to give out free food, free toast during Freshers Week after the nights out on the office. Like all of the events on Freshers Week were on the campus, but after the late nights they used to host toast. So they used to have toast with a bunch of different spread like butter, chocolate, etc. and it was like a great experience. It was also fun because I used to go sober with my friend, and everyone was drunk, but they were all sat down trying to have conversations, so it was pretty entertaining. But you don't have to be religious to attend those. They're open for everyone, and it's just a way of bringing everybody together as a community. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go into the library, but I'm going to give you a little overview from the outside now. So the library is 5 floors. It's pretty big. You usually have to book the rooms in advance if you want to save them. You can at times, if you're lucky, find like group study rooms if you need them, but on the first floor they have these second screens. I don't know if you can see, and then they have that throughout the library. They have floors dedicated to specific subjects, so like management books might be on one specific floor, and then at the top there, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's a little terrace, so that's where like students who wanted to smoke or just get a little bit of fresh air or get a break would go and sit as well. They have benches outside, and there's also like designated floors where you'll notice that your cohort will go and sit. So for example, during coursework season, I used to go into the library, and like all of 5th floor, which is a silent floor, used to be full of my cohort. So it's a really nice environment to go and exchange ideas with your friends. So I definitely recommend studying at the library because you also get to meet people as well. We're about to go to the best part of the university, but before we go downstairs, on the right hand side here is the Parade. This is another restaurant, and up over there is Cleverton. I think it was called like, I can't remember what it was called, but up here is a floor that is mostly designated to postgrad students, and that's an area which a lot of people don't know about. So if you want like an isolated area to study, that is a good spot. In the parade, they specifically sell things like fried chicken, from what I remember. So it's a nice place, and it also has nice sunset views. And this down here is another restaurant, and I forgot to mention, but the one on the top is also another restaurant, so if you want food options. So technically there are 3 restaurants here. The bottom one is called Fountain Canteen, and they had the best chicken. They would give like a whole chicken thigh, and it was really tasty. But this here, they have like it's like a food court, and they have food from all over the world. So every week it's different, and I definitely recommend it. Affordable and a lot of good options, though it gets really busy. But really nice cafe canteen to come to. However, it is open at specific times, so that's just one thing to keep in mind. I actually was working here one of the summers. They had a summer school, and I was working in the cafeteria, like serving the kids the food. So there's also a lot of job opportunities on all of these cafes that I mentioned. I did also work at the one on the top floor as well. So yeah, if you want make a little money on the side, these are some of your options. So this is the heart. This is the main attraction of University of Bath. So this is our lake. Normally there's a fountain going on, but they don't have, especially when it's sunny. There's a lot of people here. Everyone's sitting here having their lunch. They usually, like for example, would get their food from the canteen and then come and just sit here enjoying lunch. And it's just a great place to have a picnic, to chill, have all of your meetings, like catch-ups with your friends, etc. So I have many memories of like sitting here with my friends, just catching up with them. So great place. And I can see like a few students here as well, like one of them is meditating, and it's just great, beautiful nature. Because of the lake, we also get a lot of ducks, and then during certain seasons we also have ducklings. Sometimes it is tragic because the seagulls do like take the little baby ducklings and eat them, but hopefully you'll never get to see that. So I've just come down the lake, but through here, if you go towards the left-hand side, you'll end up at the the psychology building. I just wanted to give you that shortcut option. But through here is basically a lot of lovely greenery, but also this is where all our labs are. So this is the lake over here, and then all these buildings over here are for biology, biochemistry, chemistry, and pharmacy as well. So we also have little greenhouses here and some experiments that go on, as well as all the labs, as I mentioned. So I feel like I'm doing a promo video for University of Bath, but I'm genuinely so obsessed with it. I mean, like, what is there not to be obsessed with? I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit around this side of the lake as well, and then we'll continue the tour up from where the parade was. I just saw this little place, but during COVID times they used to give us free waffles from here, so I used to come here every morning because I stayed in the UK and didn't go back home during COVID, and I used to come here and eat a free waffle every morning. It was very nice of them. They actually gave us like free meals on campus for every single meal, so we got 3 meals. We got like fruit, snacks, everything from them, and we used to come and line up to enter to the hall down here and collect our food. So that was a very nice gesture from the university. They really took care of us. Cleverton Rooms is what it was called. This is the entrance to it, and then you go up the stairs. Definitely worth a visit. That building up there was where my office hours were. A lot of the School of Management lecturers were located in there, so I used to go up for office hours. And I believe one of these buildings was the building for sports and exercise science, or social sciences in general as well. And on the left here, we have the student support place where you can come in for free counseling services offered by the university. So if you are struggling, make sure to check those out. And then at the end of here, we're going to find 4 West Cafe. It starts from here and then it ends at the end of this corridor. One of the places that I worked as part-time, this was during my studies though, and it got like really busy at certain times. It was quite tiring, but I got good money for it. I think at the time I was getting over £10 per hour. I believe now it might be like 11 to 12 pounds. So again, this is another good place. And if you want to work there, the way I did it was I literally just went to the manager and said, I'm looking for a job. Can I work here? And then it happened from there. So you don't have to necessarily find an open position on the SU website. You can literally just go in and ask for it yourself. I'm just walking across from over there to the right hand side here, which is where Fresh is. Fresh is the on-campus grocery store. I must say, however, it is quite expensive. It is much more expensive than your usual Sainsbury's or Tesco, so it might be worth doing an online order or going to the city center because it's only a 10-minute bus ride anyway. You might find it that you don't want to carry everything back and want to prefer ordering it online, but Fresh is super convenient. It's just really expensive, so pros and cons. Over here next to Fresh is like a little careers place. I do remember coming here for, I think when I was doing volunteering or something around student campus tours. I do remember going in there and I think collecting t-shirts, but it's one of those things where it's there but you never notice it. So if you are looking for a job, maybe go check it out, go ask them what's out there, because I don't exactly know what their functionality is, but worth a check. And as you enter into here, you have the exit of Fresh, and then also the Amazon lockers are located. I'm just passing through one of these corridors, and over here in this building, I did have quite a few lectures as well. They had like little groups. So we used to have lectures and then seminars, and I used to have my seminars in this building. But on the right hand side, when we get a little further down, is where one of the big lecture theaters was. It was quite a big room, and that's where I used to have my economics module, for example, because that had a lot of students in it. This was the big lecture theater that I was talking to you about, and it's just through here. And this was actually the original School of Management building. I know it's not as fancy as the new one, but this is where it all started for me. They used to have their little logo here. I'll put up a picture of me next to the logo. Over there is 10 West, which is the psychology building. And I came to this building quite a few times because, again, I was trying to earn money from doing little activities on campus. And they used to do experiments. So I came in here to help them conduct those experiments, as in I was a participant in the experiments, and they used to pay for your participation. So if you're interested, they have posters in there of what kind of experiments you can take part of. So another way of earning easy money, I guess, on campus. We are now at the very west side of the campus. Over here is a car park, and beneath that car park, if you continue walking downwards, is where the medical center is. It is quite, not a like very far trek, but it's not super accessible. It's not on like these parts of the campus. You do have to walk down into the woods. But over here behind me, I have a building called Polden. So this is one of the new builds. They were actually building it and finished it when I was at uni, which is around like 4 or 5 years ago. But in here they have a really nice cafe that I used to go a lot to because they used to have really nice breakfast. They also have bubble tea in here. So I do recommend it as a place. It is quite far as it's at the west side of the campus. So if you live on the east, for example, it might feel like quite a trek. But if you do have anything going on around here, it's easy to come to. And to be honest, the campus is not really that massive. It probably takes you max like 15 minutes to get to this side. But this is also a postgrad accommodation. It's quite expensive. It's really fancy, but the cafe is what I would recommend. Also good study rooms here. So the cafe closes earlier, but then there's a section, which again is like one of those things that you find out later on, but there is a section for study space which does not close 24/7. So that was one other area that I used to come to study. So this is Polden, and now we're going to be going up to this side just so you can see the other side of the campus, so like the back sides where the accommodations are. I'm up from there, and all along here, including all of this space here is just student accommodation. So as you can see, the campus is amazing because it's not only everything is one place, everything you need is on the campus, but also all of the student accommodations are also on campus, and basically all across this road it's full of accommodations. Fun fact, in my first year I stayed in Polden Court, this one right here, and most of my lectures were in that building over there. And I am someone who likes my sleep, so I used to wake up like literally like I timed myself to see how much it takes me to walk from here to there, and it was around like 5 minutes. And I made sure that I would get as late as possible, get ready as quick as possible, and then just go there. So I was timing myself to see how fast I can walk from here to there so that I can maximize my sleep. And behind all these buildings is a massive golf course, and there's also a nice viewpoint, and there's a place called Sham Castle which I used to go to and I love, so I definitely recommend to go on walks there. So University of Bath, I'm talking as if you guys are going to University of Bath. There might be some of you who are considering it, there are some of you who are going it. If you're going, definitely go and explore the golf course. It's just massive and it's just such a nice walk. All across the university, to be honest, there are amazing like massive fields that just go on and on, so definitely over the weekends just go on a walk and explore them, because it's just beautiful to be a part of the nature, and it's like a big part of Bath, so make the most of that. So through here you can go to the library, and the chapel I was talking to you guys about is over there, and again some really nice greenery going on here. And if you follow along this path, it goes to a parking lot, but then also it goes to the fields of golf course I was mentioning to you. So another route if you want to explore. I once actually saw a deer here with its kids, so it was so nice. But yeah, definitely go exploring again behind there. So all on the right hand side is the actual university campus buildings where you will go for your lectures, and then on the left hand side is the accommodations. Right now I'm walking from the west side to the east side. So this is that building, Chancellor's building I was telling you about. I was on the stairs here, and this was where I went to get to the parade, and that's Lime Tree over there. And on this side is where the East Wing accommodation start. However, before it is where the parcel collection is. So if you ever order anything, this is where it will come to. During COVID times, during the semester when university was still going on, I used to live in this building behind me here called Marlborough, and they used to, at Lime Tree, which is right here, very close, like 2-minute walk maybe, they used to give us food out here as well initially, so I used to come here, pick up my breakfast, pick up my lunch, pick up my dinner, and then go back home. So just another example of my adventures at University of Bath. As it's a bank holiday weekend, it's quite empty on campus, but normally it's much busier and it's very lively, so it's a good atmosphere. But overall, I hope this video was able to provide you insight into what University of Bath campus looks like and what some of my experiences around the campus were. And if you are still deciding whether or not you want to go here, hopefully this video gives you some reassurance as to whether you can see yourself here or not. But if you are going to University of Bath, hopefully this video provides you insight into how to navigate the campus, what kind of activities to get involved in. And if you do have any questions about the campus, the university, the courses, anything really, please do leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching and sticking by. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.